Hey guys, as Season 13 of The Curse of Oak Island advances, the mystery is no longer lurking beneath the surface, it's rising to meet the team head-on. Episode 5, titled Keep On Rockin', premiering on December 2nd, 2025, could be one of the most revealing chapters yet. The teaser suggests two major developments: a 500-year-old find in the swamp, and the discovery of another man-made structure on Lot 5. These clues are not only significant individually, they may finally start connecting the island's most mysterious locations. This episode might be the moment when history stops being a theory and becomes proof. For years, the swamp has been treated as a wild card, a murky enigma that might hold buried secrets or nothing at all. But recent discoveries have dramatically shifted that mindset. Episode 5 confirms that a find in the swamp, possibly metallic, has been verified to be at least 500 years old. That places it decades before Europeans officially landed in Nova Scotia. This raises two mind-shaking questions. Who was here in the 1500s? What were they doing, and what were they building? The swamp may no longer be a dumping ground for treasure. It may have been part of a planned operation. And suddenly, the idea of a man-made swamp holds more weight than ever before. The teaser makes it clear. This is treasure central. Somebody piled those stones. Somebody went to some trouble. Lot 5 has already proven to be one of the most historically dense areas on the island. In recent episodes, it has produced a possible Roman-era coin, medieval-era artifacts, Venetian-style trade beads, stone alignments suggesting purposeful design. Now, Episode 5 reveals the discovery of another man-made stone structure, and this one could be the most important yet. The language used by the team suggests it is not natural, not random, and not accidental. Somebody constructed something there, and somebody had a reason. Could Lot 5 be the staging point for a larger treasure operation? Or was it part of a navigational pathway, possibly linking the swamp, the money pit, and key coastal access points? One phrase from the sneak peek sends chills through longtime viewers. It could be a 1500s hand cannon. A hand cannon would indicate military presence, possibly defense, storage protection, or a Templar-style guard system. If this turns out to be an early firearm used by explorers or secretive travelers, the implications are massive. The island was visited long before official history records. Whoever came was armed and prepared. They may have been guarding something valuable. And if that's true, then Oak Island was not just a hiding place. It might have been an operation, a transfer point, or even a sanctuary. With every new episode, Season 13 is beginning to unfold like a chronological map. The discoveries in Lot 5, the money pit, and the swamp no longer feel like isolated finds. A 500-year-old artifact emerging from the swamp suggests activity as far back as the 1500s. The coin uncovered in Lot 5 hints at origins from the Roman era, or possibly the Templars, placing it somewhere between the 1200s and 1500s. Silver traces detected within the money pit's internal channel point to an event or operation that remains undated. Pathways in the swamp show signs of deliberate engineering, and the stone alignments on Lot 5 appear to have been arranged by hand, though their age is still unknown. Piece by piece, the island isn't offering scattered clues, it's offering chapters. And if those chapters can be linked to established trade routes, naval movements, or covert expeditions, then we may be standing at the edge of real historical confirmation. A growing theory among researchers is that Oak Island may have been part of a maritime network. Certain merchant routes, pirate trails, and even Templar link paths align with the Atlantic coast. If Oak Island was used for safe storage of valuables, transfer of wealth during wartime, protection of relics from religious persecution, secret navigational reference points, then this might explain why multiple eras are represented on the island. Perhaps successive generations used Oak Island, each leaving traces of their presence. And Lot 5 might be where they landed, the swamp where they concealed, and the money pit where they sealed. Throughout Oak Island's history, one thing has remained consistent: stone never lies. Unlike wood or metal, stone survives. When people build with it, they expect it to last. And in episode 5, the team seems to sense that these stones are speaking. Somebody piled those stones. Somebody went to some trouble. This phrasing suggests more than casual observation. It implies design, intention, and perhaps urgency. Stones arranged deliberately often mark foundations, boundary markers, burial mounds, entries to hidden structures. Could Lot 5 contain the entrance to something the swamp was meant to hide? As the episode progresses, viewers may notice a change in tone. Rick, normally cautious, is beginning to show confidence. Marty, science-driven, appears increasingly intrigued by historical possibility. Even skeptic minds on the team are beginning to lean forward. Why? Because this season isn't just offering theories. It's offering proof. Silver traces, manuscript-level artifacts, medieval designs, man-made stone structures, radiocarbon dates, layered operations. At some point, even the most skeptical mind starts to ask one question: how much evidence does it take before this mystery becomes fact? Episode 5 isn't just another dig, it may be part of something bigger. A revelation, a timeline, a pattern that could finally answer the question every viewer has asked. Who came to Oak Island, and what did they leave behind? If Episode 5 delivers on its promise, we may be heading toward the most important stretch of episodes in the show's history. The trail isn't fading anymore. It's getting clearer. And the island? It's still speaking. We just have to keep listening and keep on rockin'. As the investigation on Oak Island continues, Episode 5, Keep on Rockin', seems poised to deliver insights that may reshape everything the Lagina brothers and their team thought they knew about the island. The combination of swamp discoveries and new stone structures on Lot 5 points to a level of human activity far more sophisticated and deliberate than casual treasure hunting. This season has increasingly focused on connecting disparate artifacts to a larger historical narrative, and Episode 5 appears to push that theme further. The find in the swamp, dated at 500 years old, is particularly significant. Unlike Roman coins or 17th century artifacts, this object hails from a period well before the region was systematically explored by Europeans. If verified, it suggests that Oak Island was not simply a site for later settlers or treasure hunters, but may have been an operational hub or temporary settlement centuries earlier. This forces researchers to reconsider which groups could have traveled this far north in the early 1500s. Portuguese explorers, possibly linked to early transatlantic ventures, immediately come to mind. Lot 5, often described as Treasure Central, has long been a hotspot for Oak Island discoveries. The teaser's repeated emphasis on a man-made stone structure implies intentional construction rather than random or natural formations. Historically, stonework often indicates a location of strategic importance, whether for storage, defense, or ritual. The careful arrangement of these stones could suggest an effort to mark a site, stabilize it, or protect whatever lies beneath. The team's fascination with this discovery underlines its potential significance. The potential discovery of a 1500s hand cannon adds another layer of intrigue. If verified, it would indicate not just human presence, but armed activity likely tied to exploration, defense, or protection of valuables. Firearms in the 1500s were extremely rare and expensive, typically associated with military operations or well-funded expeditions. This find could hint that the island was not only visited but also secured or guarded in some fashion, aligning with theories of high-value treasure or sensitive items being hidden. One of the most compelling aspects of this episode is the ongoing interplay between swamp discoveries and the money pit operations. Past seasons have suggested that the swamp and money pit are interconnected. Stone alignments, wooden stakes, and man-made structures imply coordinated activity rather than random deposits. In Keep on Rockin', the proximity of Lot 5's new structure to the swamp finds may finally help researchers draw a direct line between surface artifacts and subterranean mysteries. This alignment could indicate a planned network of caches or passageways, potentially explaining why the island has been so resistant to previous treasure hunters. Radiocarbon dating and metallurgical analysis will likely play a major role in confirming the age and origin of these new finds. A 500-year-old artifact in the swamp requires precise testing to establish provenance, and the hand cannon will need expert verification to determine its place in the timeline of firearm development. If both are confirmed, the historical implications are profound. Oak Island may have been visited by Europeans long before the commonly accepted dates for settlement in Nova Scotia. The cumulative effect of these discoveries supports the theory of multi-generational activity on Oak Island. Roman coins, Venetian beads, Portuguese coins, and now 500-year-old swamp artifacts all indicate repeated visits and purposeful use of the island across centuries. This pattern strengthens the argument that Oak Island was not a one-time hiding spot, but a long-term operational site, possibly involving explorers, merchants, religious groups, or secret societies. Archaeologists and historians following the show have often noted that the island's geography makes it ideal for hidden operations. Its swampy areas, elevated landforms, and proximity to waterways would have allowed early explorers to conceal items while maintaining access for retrieval. The discovery of a new stone structure on Lot 5 could serve as another piece of evidence that early operators engineered the landscape to serve both functional and protective purposes. From a treasure hunting perspective, the episode teases the possibility that items recovered could be linked to precious metals or valuables, as suggested by the team's excitement over the stone structures and historical artifacts. While Oak Island's long history includes tales of gold, silver, and religious relics, episode May 5th finally bring a convergence of historical data and physical evidence to support these claims. The show's producers have consistently highlighted connections between artifacts across centuries, and this episode appears to be a pivotal step toward that narrative. Viewer anticipation is likely to be at an all-time high, not only for potential treasure, but for historical context. The discoveries may allow the Lagina brothers and their team to connect specific artifacts to European explorers or secretive groups, such as the Knights of Malta or other 16th century operatives. Episode 5 could provide critical evidence that links Oak Island to global historical events rather than local folklore, deepening the intrigue for historians and fans alike. Finally, the episode title, Keep On Rockin', may carry symbolic meaning beyond its catchy phrasing. The rocks in Lot 5, the careful layering of stone structures, and the emphasis on deliberate construction all point to human intention embedded in the landscape. This could be a visual metaphor for the broader narrative. Each rock represents a clue, each layer of soil a chapter, and every artifact a key to unlocking centuries of mystery. For longtime viewers, this episode might represent a turning point where the cumulative evidence begins to coalesce into a coherent story rather than a series of disconnected anomalies. In conclusion, Episode 5 of Season 13 promises to be a watershed moment for the curse of Oak Island. With a 500-year-old swamp find, a new man-made stone structure, and the potential of a 1500s hand cannon, the team may be piecing together the historical puzzle in ways that have eluded them for decades. Beyond the immediate excitement of treasure hunting, the episode highlights Oak Island as a historical crossroads, revealing layers of activity from multiple eras and potentially connecting the island to broader European exploration, trade, and secretive operations. As the season continues, these discoveries could finally illuminate who came to Oak Island, when and why, bringing viewers one step closer to understanding one of North America's most enduring mysteries.